Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise. My name is Jason. Welcome to the Whiskey Review, where today we're going to be looking at another Japanese whiskey, and specifically today, the Japanese whiskey is going to be Hibiki Japanese Harmony. So in the last video, I covered the Chita, and the Chita is a single grain whiskey that goes actually into creating the Hibiki. So the Hibiki Harmony, if you actually also haven't seen, I'll leave a link to my playlist over here of Suntory videos, where I've also even reviewed the Hibiki 12 and the 17. But the Harmony is a no-age statement whiskey. It's bottled at 43%, and this one actually comes from a combination of Yamazaki, Hakushu, and Chita. Now, its parent company is Suntory, and the region for this whiskey is from Japan, as pretty much this one is a Japanese whiskey, and it comes from different parts of Japan to create this whiskey. However, for the price point of this whiskey, for the full-size bottle, it's around about £65 here in the UK, as it is fairly pricey. It did come into the market around about 40 to 50, and it has now just gone up recently to 65, and that is because of the due demand. And they've actually discontinued the 12, the 17, and the 21 in the Hibiki range because they've run out of aged stocks. Kind of a good and bad problem to have. Actually, a bad problem if you're a company, and a good problem because you sell a lot of your older stock. So it's one of those things that Hibiki and Suntory have been facing, and I want to say a massive thank you to one of my London Whiskey Club members, Jez, who actually loaned me this bottle of the Hibiki Harmony. I'll leave our links over here. Feel free to go and check it out, guys, and also follow the pages if you like. So that way you can, if you're ever in London, feel free to join us for a dram one time or a few times. Now, in terms of exclusivity, it's not exclusive. The 12, 17, and 21 are all discontinued. However, the Harmony, Japanese Harmony, is part of their core range, so they're planning to keep production of this for the foreseeable future. So, without further ado, let's jump straight into the nosing of this whiskey, into the nose. The Hibiki Harmony, starting things out on the actual nose, we're getting a lot of these very interesting profiles. Stone fruits sort of to begin with, peaches, apricots. It's quite sweet, very easygoing, approachable, and a slight floral character about it. A little bit of creaminess as well, and I'm picking out even a little bit of sandalwood in this whiskey. But there is also this grassy aspect. To me, it just reminds me like a few months ago when we had a really hot summer sun for a few weeks, and you can smell that almost like a dry, grassy character, almost like hay. There's a very funny character even on the nose of this one, and to me, instantly it reminds me of nail polish remover. It's like when you walk past one of those nail shops which we have here, you can smell that really strong nail polish remover. There is a little bit of aromatic oak, and just on the end there's almost like a rose watery sort of character on the end, giving off this very interesting floral note. But it's very interesting to see the variety of different flavors on the Hibiki Japanese Harmony. And actually in the next video, I'm going to compare it to the Japanese Harmony Master Select, because there's actually two Japanese Harmonies in the market. But without further ado, let's jump straight into the palate next. Slanger. Arrival onto the palate for the Japanese Harmony. You're greeted with a nice medium texture, a decent body to this whiskey. But you are getting a little bit of spices, a bit of aniseed, a bit of sweet cinnamon. Then you get these stone fruits are back again, these nice succulent juicy plums, ripe apricots, a nice citrus, but it's almost a bit of a stronger citrus, like a blood orange, a bit of the peel and the juice. I'm getting a little bit of red currant, a bit of raspberries, a bit more of these red sort of berry characters, and there is a soft floral character on the end. It's almost like honey blossom, and there is a little bit of vanilla, just ever so gentle on the tip of the tongue, holding itself there as it fades through into the finish. Very great. Let's get into the finish and we'll come to our conclusions. So, for the finish for the Japanese Harmony from Hibiki, this one's got a very interesting finish to it. It's got, I'd say, a medium length to the finish. I was thinking it's a little bit shorter, but it's actually got a medium length of the character. It's got these characters of these apricots, but dried apricots now, not the actual ripe apricots. You got a little bit of even sultanas, but honeyed sultanas, where you get a little bit of sweetness. You get a little bit of this floral honey blossom coming through again, and then you get a little bit more of this tannin notes, and this tannin notes coming from plums, and this is like those dark plums, but it's as if you've just taken the skin from the plums and you're chewing on it. And then it dries out, and you get a slight oaky presence just on the end of the palate. However, it's time to give this whiskey a rating. And in terms of that, I'm going to give this one over here an 84 out of 100. Now, my reasoning behind 84 out of 100, I think the flavors and the different characters on this whiskey actually work in harmony. See what I did there? But in terms of the price point, it's £65. And I've really got to say, at £65 for a blended Japanese whiskey, you would really expect it to deliver a lot more than what it does. So I feel it's a little bit more pricey than what it does as well. So it just doesn't feel justifiable to say it's in the same league as some other blended Japanese whiskies. However, it does deliver on a very nice flavor profile, very approachable, very easygoing. The only thing I do find as well is that I think it does need some water just to reduce this dry character, because right now it's getting really dry on my palate. And I think that's why I've seen a lot of people play with this in highballs, on Mizuwari styles, even over a lot of ice. It's one of those things that I think maybe it needs a little bit of water just to open it up and reduce that drying character and that bitter plum note, which I'm just finding on it right now. So personally, it doesn't need a bit of water. Personally, I'd recommend it, yes. It doesn't need time. Give it a little bit of time. Just let its flavors sort of develop. But in terms of value for money, I think it's around about 20 to 30 pounds. Maybe I'd say 20 pounds more than it should be. I think 40 to 45, good pricing. 65, it's pushing it. You can get this on an offer. By all means, feel free to pick that one up, as it's a great Japanese whiskey just to sit there and relax and enjoy. So 84 out of 100, that has been me. If you guys have enjoyed the video, drop it a thumbs up. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you are new, and I'll leave some other Hibiki videos on the screen, so feel free to go and check those out. But next video, we're going to be covering the Hibiki Master Select. This has been me, JasonWhiskyWise, and I'll catch you then. Sláinte.